Welcome back to round two of the FAB Racing British Mini Bikes Championship here at Clay Pigeon in Dorchester. It's the final race of the weekend's MiniGP70, and once again Casey O'Gorman is on pole, 10 years of age from Ireland. The 10-year-old from Warwickshire's on P2, Evan Belford rides the 52 bike. Off P3 it's Bailey Stewart-Campbell riding the 99 machine, just 9 years of age, 2 podiums last time. Callum Beach comes next off P4, the man from Abergele in North Wales. Sean Abel goes off P5, 1 podium last time, 11 years of age from Wiltshire. Owen Mellor comes next off P6, 13 years of age from Blythe, Northumberland. Finn Smart goes off P7, riding the 14 bike, 11 years of age. Going off P8 for SRS International, it's Saffron Watley riding the 178 bike. Riding the 13 bike, it's Rossi Banham, 13 years of age from Southampton. Coming next, it's Corey Stainer going off P10 on the 34 bike, 10 years of age from Swindon. Then comes Holly Harris off P11 riding the 15 bike. Off P12, it's Jaden Toomer riding the 106 bike, 10 years of age from Basingstoke. Elliot Crosby comes next. Unlucky for some, he's going off P13, the 15-year-old. Taylor Lawrence goes off P14. He's riding the 10 bike, age 14. Jack Kirsch comes next off P15, riding the 96 machine. Then comes Carter Brown, his first appearance in the championship this year, the 11-year-old from Somerset. And rounding out the grid, 17 in it, off P17, it's Chris Johnson riding the 42 bike. Jake.
7 races thus far this year that Casey O'Gorman has started. He's won them all. Can he continue on here in GP70? Away they start. Oh, we got somebody left on the grid. That looks like Taylor Lawrence, the 10. They are going to push start him. Away he goes, but Casey O'Gorman leads the way. Second position, Belford. Third is Bailey Stewart-Campbell. Then it is the 127, is it? No, that's the 130 of Owen Mellor as he battles away with Sean Abel and Callum Beach. So Owen Mellor in the 130 bike is there in P4. Gets a little bit sideways as the 330 of Sean Abel, but here comes the 127 of Callum Beach.
And 13, Rossi Banham in behind him. That looks like, is that Corey Stainer?
Yes, it is. Finn Smart is in there as well, the 14, and then we've got the likes of Saffron Watley and Holly Harris battling away, having made their move up to GP70 in the last couple of seasons. Great to see them do such a good job. Casey O'Gorman, though, the number 7, unbeaten in 2018 thus far, and he looks like it's just going to keep on going. Belford and Stewart-Campbell giving chase, then Mellor, Abel, Beach, Rossi Banham, Corey Stainer, Finn Smart, Harrison Watley battling away. Then it's Toomer, Elliot Crosby, Kirsch, Johnson, Brown, and then at the back, as we know, having had that slightly sluggish start, is Taylor Lawrence, but he is charging forward. But this is the man to watch at the moment, Bailey Stewart-Campbell, third position, trying to hustle Evan Belford for second.
It looks like Harvey Claridge's old bike that Bailey Stewart-Campbell must have acquired at some point, former championship winner. Former championship winning bike, I should say.
Yes, and of course Claridge has moved on, hasn't he, to the road to Moto GP in the British Talent Cup, hasn't he?
Yeah, indeed. There's a lot of riders out of the FAB. I think half the grid in that British Talent Cup are from this championship.
So if you want to go to Moto GP or the British Superbike or World Superbike Championships, this is where to get it done. It is the official BSB Junior Support Series and, of course, the road to Moto GP as well in 2018. Great to see such talented riders make their way onto the world stage. Speaking of talented riders, the top 3 have broken clear. Casey O'Gorman from Belford and Stewart-Campbell. This 4th position battle, though, between these 3 is absolutely stunning. Mellor, Abel and Callum Beach having an absolute ding-dong of a fight.
This is the thing about this championship, you get battles all the way down the field, even way further down the field, and it's those battles that you want to come out on top of, because they may be, for example, the 10th to 12th place this year, but next year, you never know, that same battle may be for the lead, and the experience you gain in those midfield battles towards the midfield at the back of the grid, where you come out on top, maybe you might be battling for last place, even 14th and 15th place. If you can come out on top of that battle, it's that experience you gain in your early part of your career that stands you in good stead in the later part of your career when that battles for first and second place. But this one here, led by Owen Mellor for 4th place, is a cracker.
Really, really is, and it's a very good point you make, because you only have to ask the likes of Cal Crutchlow and Danny Kent to learn how to win. You've got to learn how to fight tooth and nail, because that's the only way you make the progress, and it's great to watch these guys battle. Callum Beach currently at the foot of this battle as he tries to work his way up into 4th position, but he can watch what these two riders do and can accomplish great moves from here, because he will have a much better stance to look at where these guys are positioning the bikes, where they're braking, where they're getting back on the power. He can really learn a lot from sitting there in 6th position behind those two. Back to the fight for 2nd place, and again Bailey Stewart-Campbell giving pressure to Belford as those two squabble away. Belford's got a much neater braking position in the middle of the circuit to keep Bailey Stewart-Campbell from swinging right, swinging left. He keeps his bike in the middle of the circuit. There's not a lot of opportunity for Bailey Stewart-Campbell to just chuck it up the inside and go gung-ho. He's got to be calculated about how he gets past Belford. This is great riding. Unfortunately for Belford, he doesn't even have the pace though to keep close to Casey O'Gorman, who is just making this 2018 season in both MiniGP50 and GP70 his own. It's only the 2nd meeting of the year, and he is lining up what is set to be his 8th straight victory in the paddock. That is unbelievable. Oh, Stewart-Campbell trying to make the move on the inside of Belford. That is as close as you will get to contact between two riders battling for position without them actually hitting each other. Amazing.
Evan Belford cut Bailey Stewart-Campbell's nose right off there. They're in the traffic as well now, so they've got to negotiate the traffic. Race leader, here he comes on the 7 bike. He's got the lead from Belford and Bailey Stewart-Campbell, who are back through the traffic now, but Bailey Stewart-Campbell having a good look at Evan Belford. If he didn't know he was there before, Evan Belford, he does now.
And well done to Carter Brown for not getting himself in the war zone there, because that could have been very costly. Now the 4th place battle is going to try and come through, led by Sean Abel. So Sean Abel is the first one in that mix now. So Abel has come through into P4. Look at Mellor, he's down to 6th and he's been held up there. So Beach is through clearly into 5th position. Mellor has dropped to 6th in all of that. So clearly the battle between these three has got very enticing, and Beach has made his way up to 5th and Abel's made his way up to 4th.
Rossi Banham was in that mix early on, but he's dropped back now. So Rossi Banham now back in 7th place, well, I think it is.
That was him. That was him on the back of that little queue. So he is closing up. If you watch, this is the 2nd place battle getting held up. Look in the background, because Rossi Banham is now starting to hassle Owen Mellor on the 130 bike. We'll try and pick it up, but this battle for 2nd place.
Mellor's got a problem, Jake, with the bike. Clearly, he's dropped way back now. Owen Mellor, who was right on the pace early on, but clearly got some sort of issue with the bike. Not sure what it is, but he's dropping back through the field.
Well, that's a real shame, and obviously he'll want to try and hang on in front of Rossi Banham. There's O'Gorman. Belford, Bailey Stewart-Campbell still locked together, and this is the fight for 2nd position we're watching between them. So let's see how they work their way through Billy's Blind. Back on the power, through the S's, right, left, no curb at all on these bikes. You've got to be so careful how you plant it, and that is the leader up in front, Casey O'Gorman, lapping Jack Kirsch. They come through the hairpin up towards the horseshoe. This is a cracking little dice between these two, Belford and Bailey Stewart-Campbell, because let's not forget, even though they're battling for 2nd position, as the battle for 4th position further back decides to go either side of the traffic, these two battling for 2nd place, they've got to keep at it, because let's say, for example, Casey O'Gorman may be a long way out in front, but if he trips over a back marker, we've seen it time and time again in CoolFab, when you're trying to overtake a slower bike, if you misjudge it by an inch, by a millimetre, that is when the race can be lost. You've got to time it absolutely to perfection, and Casey O'Gorman knows all about that. He's won races and lost them by trying to knit his way through the traffic. He's now approaching Elliot Crosby on the 92, but these two have got to keep up the fight, because they're having an absolute flyer of it, and that was Corey Stainer there.
Yeah, he's battling with Holly Harris and Saffron Watley in behind. Yeah, battle of the girls there.
I have to say, Harris and Watley have really stepped up their game again in the last 6 months. We saw them make big improvements. They are doing a cracking job at GP70 level, and again, you know, we're getting this phase where a lot of talented young female riders are coming through. We've obviously seen a lot of car racing women come through, but the bike racing women are coming through now as well, particularly with Holly Harris and Saffron Watley. Those two are going to be the future of women riders. Now, what about these two? This is an opportunity for second position in the traffic to be displaced as Holly Harris makes the move there on Corey Stainer. Great racing from her, but I think second position has changed hands in the traffic. Now, that's the fourth place battle. Oh, goodness me. Abel knits his way through perfectly as Callum Beach gets a little bit held up. Well, Bailey Stewart-Campbell got alongside Evan Belford, but he didn't lose the place.
Belford it is that's still held on to second place. That's Billy's Blind. Come through Billy's Blind into the S's. Right, left onto Sturmey Straight and down here into Hans Hairpin. Good opportunity. Belford's going to go narrow. Bailey Stewart-Campbell looking around the outside. He's not going to make that move. Can he go up the inside here in the horseshoe? No. That leads out of the horseshoe down to Buttons, the right-hander. Named after Jenson Button, of course. Started his karting career here.
I tell you what, Belford is absolutely flirting with that inside line, isn't he? He's practically married to the thing as he holds on in the inside line, and he's only got one more lap to hang on in front of Bailey Stewart-Campbell. Casey O'Gorman out front, a 39.306 for the fastest lap. Forget about him. He's on course for his 8th win in 8 starts in Cool Fab in 2018. There he is. It's the battle for second position that's going to go to the wire as they continue to battle away, but Casey O'Gorman has this one nipped in the bud. I just don't think Bailey Stewart-Campbell has the time to do anything about Evan Belford now. He's close enough, so it looks as though those three are locked in. The 4th place battle still going on between Beach and Abel. Oh, Abel's down! Abel's down as Casey O'Gorman takes the flag. He wins the race, but Abel is down on the final lap. What a disaster. So that is going to be Beach through into 4th position. Owen Mellor is going to recover to 5th place, and 6th is going to go the way of Rossi Banham. But that is a disaster for Abel. It's a win for O'Gorman from Belford and Bailey Stewart-Campbell. And we still got a great battle on the last lap. Stainer is watching Harrison Watley as they duke out for position. Harris is going to have this one. No, she's not. Watley round the outside at top bend. Wow! Where did she get that move from? That is absolutely stupendous.
Another dominating performance by Casey O'Gorman. He takes the win from Evan Belford. Bailey Stewart-Campbell rounding out the podium. Callum Beach getting his best result of the season so far. And Owen Mellor rounding out the top 5. No championship points, but we do know Casey O'Gorman has a full scoop of 150 after winning races 2 and 3 on the Sunday. He's the championship leader. Join us next time when we are at Tattershall in Lincolnshire for round 3.